listening to Estate at the Union, estate planning made simple. Here's your host, Brad Wiewel, from Texas Trust Law in Austin, Texas.
Hi, this is Brad Wiewel with the Estate of the Union. This is the podcast of Texas Trust Law. We love getting your new things, interesting things, informative things, and fun things. And today we have informative and fun. And we have as a special guest, Andy Wiewel.
Thank you for having me, Brad.
My pleasure.
Long-time listener, first-time calling.
Andy is my middle son. You met, if you're a regular viewer of Estate of the Union, you've seen Sam. Sam, Andy's oldest brother, and I typically do movie reviews. He's our millennial. You're a millennial too, but Sam and I kind of go back and forth on boomer millennial issues. Zach Wiewel, who is Andy's youngest brother, is a lawyer here at the law firm, and Andy is an amazing guy. He is a clothier.
Right.
All right, a clothier. Now, what the heck is a clothier? And we're going to talk about this. I want every guy to listen up, and I want every wife of every guy to really listen up. Andy, tell our viewers and listeners what the heck a clothier is and kind of what you do.
Yeah, so basically, Brad, what I do, I see about 5 to 7 guys a day that are busy, that do not like to shop, that do not have time to shop, and I measure them up. I sell them either suits or sport coats or shorts or shirts or pretty much anything, tuxedos all the way down to polos and, swim trunks.
Okay.
And my clients use me because they do not like to shop, like most guys. They do not have time to shop, and they want someone to make their life easier that knows what they need to wear for specific, whether it's events or whether it's day in, day out stuff, or they're going to a dinner. And especially, it's helpful for guys that just really don't want to have to worry about that at all and just have someone take care of it for them.
Well, let's talk about that. I happen to be a guy.
Yes.
And I think you're right. I mean, guys, as a rule, you wait right behind the camera. Guys, as a rule, don't like to shop. We don't like to go to malls. There's not a lot. I mean, there's a couple men's stores, I suppose, around. I couldn't tell you where they are, but there are a few around, of course.
Yep.
But, you go in there, and first, it's a little intimidating.
Yep.
There's usually an attractive female salesperson, maybe.
I'm not one of those, but I've heard.
Hanging around.
Yep.
And they ask you what you want, and you're really not sure.
Yep.
So, yes, it can be intimidating.
Yep.
And it can be frustrating. And it can be, again, just, and then you walk out maybe with a shirt and don't do anything else. And you get home, and if you're married, your spouse, your partner says,
Not sure that looks good on you.
that's
Yeah, that's why I try and view myself. Yes, I sell clothing. I view myself with my clients as a little bit more as an advisor, like a conciliary of like, hey, here's what you have, here's what you need, and here's what you could wear this to, X, Y, and Z. So it takes the thinking out of it for them. So they know if they reach in their closet, grab anything from me, it's going to match with everything else from me. And that way it takes well, does this match with this? I'm not sure if this could go with this. I'm going on a trip. Do these, pants match this jacket I want to bring for these fancy dinners we're going to? It takes all that out of it. So it just makes it easy and honestly just helps them.
I mean, how do you know what they've got already now?
We have, when you're a client, we have a profile for you on
Okay.
our CRM on my iPad, which is in the other room, and it has everything that you have from us, also what time you order them, because a lot of my clients, it's like, I think I'm okay on shirts, and I'll look at their stuff and just be like, it's been 5 years since you got a couple white shirts. I'm guessing those are looking a little bit brown now. And it's like, yeah, I could probably use a couple of those. So it helps me stay up to date with just how to serve my clients best based off what they already have too.
Okay. Wow, it's a lot.
It's fun though.
How do you, so first of all, I'm a guy, I'm watching this podcast. I wear polos, I wear t-shirts, I've got a good job. I don't have to wear coats or suits that often, but I probably need something. I mean, what kind of guys are you talking to?
I like talking to guys that dress up, but a lot of my clients don't dress up and they still use me.
Okay.
I always recommend dressing one level above what you need to dress up as.
Okay.
Reason being, you'll never offend anybody by being a little bit overdressed. You will offend people by being underdressed. So if you're wearing polos and jeans every day, probably wouldn't hurt to maybe start wearing, whether it's tucked in or untucked, but a button-down collared shirt, and then maybe wear like a nice 5-pocket chino or something that's a little bit stretchy, as opposed to the dad jeans they're typically used to wearing.
Yeah.
And have something that's a little bit, maybe not tight, but maybe a little bit more fitted. Once again, not skinny, but just something that, especially if you work out, shows off that you work out a little bit without bragging about it.
Well, let's talk about that because, you got guys who work out, guys who are fit, but a lot of guys who aren't fit.
Right.
And I've referred you quite a few folks who are bigger guys.
Yeah.
Who, again, you drive it up to the mall. And
Praying something fits.
Right. And you don't even know where to start.
Right.
And then you have to come back and pick it up and do the adjustments and all that. So how do you work with, again, bigger, more,
The biggest thing for my clients that are a little bit bigger, I make sure they have plenty of room.
Okay.
Plenty of room, and I ask a lot of very specific questions, such as, when you're reaching for something, do you want to show any cuff? When you're sitting down, do you want to feel the shirt at all, or do you just want it to kind of lay there? When you're reaching down for something, do you want to feel your pants pulling at all? Are you going to be wearing cowboy boots with these? Are you going to be wearing loafers with these? And I just ask a bunch of very specific, poignant questions to serve them best and make sure they like the clothing when I deliver it. And that way, I'd rather do it on the front end instead of the back end of, oh, you wanted this a little bit more regular fit. I put you in trim. Oh, that's not good, you know? And honestly, I just ask a lot of questions. And I always make sure, especially if a wife's involved, that the guy is the one answering the questions, not the wife, at least as it relates to the fit. Because I know, some young wives may want their huskier husbands dressed a little bit more current and trim, but they're not going to use me again because I'm going to call them a couple months later, hey, how's the clothing, dude? Do you need any more? No, I never wear it. It's too tight. My wife likes it, but I don't like wearing it. So I want to put the fit for the guy. And then if the wife wants to be involved, have her help me pick out what colors and stuff to put him in.
Okay.
But he's the one that's going to be wearing it. I want to make sure he's comfortable.
And I guess, are a lot of your clients, again, beefier guys?
Oh, yeah, a lot of them.
Sure.
Yeah. And they're very loyal clients because I make sure their clothing fit. I'm very big on service. And like, hey, does that feel okay, or do you want a little bit more room there? Because
we had a recent referral to you of a guy who's a great guy,
big
guy. He wore the same thing every day practically because he couldn't bring himself to go to the mall. When he got to the mall, if he ever got to the mall, he's just too big.
And honestly, it's humbling when you are a little bit bigger, and I used to be a lot bigger, to want to buy new clothing because you always have the, I'm going to lose weight. I'll buy new clothing when I lose weight. And the next thing you know, it's been half a decade, and you still get the same 3 things you're wearing. So what I tell your listeners, if they are a little bit bigger guys, that's okay. You still need clothing today.
Okay.
And if you lose the weight, we'll alter it. We'll get new stuff.
Right.
But you got to bite the bullet sometimes.
So you can alter too.
Yeah, you can alter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. It's easy. But if you're bigger, that's okay. I have clients that are close to 500 pounds. I have a client that's 110 pounds. And they don't like their stuff. Because I just ask the right questions when I meet with them. Because I want them to like it and continue to use me.
Sure. Now, you mentioned delivery.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to go to the mall to pick it up.
You have to go, if you're a client of mine, you have to go nowhere.
Okay.
I will show up at your house. I will show up at your office. I'll make it super easily. If I need to alter anything, which is sometimes common on first-time clients, no big deal. I'll take it to my tailors for you. I'll bring it back after for you. You do not have to go anywhere. Hence kind of the saving part time.
And what's the name of the company?
Tom James Clothing. And my cell phone is 512-579-1330.
Give us that number one more time, Andy.
579-1330.
All right. Wow. Well, this is a shameless promotion of Andy Wiewel, but what the heck? We've got had some extra time this morning. We thought we'd shoot a quick one.
Yeah.
We're going to title this Dress for Success.
Right.
Okay.
You'll never offend anybody by being a little overdressed. You will offend them if you're a little underdressed. And it's a sign of respect, dressing up a little bit more.
Well, I think guys just need to go to the closet, go to the chest of drawers, and see something there that's different.
Right.
Okay.
And if you haven't worn it in 3 years, 2 years really, donate it. You're not going to wear it again.
Is that right?
It's pride swallowing. It's, but I used to love this suit. Well, you've had it for a decade. When was the last time you wore it? How about we get some fresh ones you're actually going to wear in the rotation?
Yeah. Well, this is Andy's coat, Andy's shirt, Andy's tie, Andy's pants, Andy's shoes. Frankly, you sell shoes.
I sell shoes.
Yeah. So there you go. There are plenty of listeners, plenty of viewers who, it may be time to freshen up.
Yep.
And Andy is available.
I'll try to make it easy and painless. Because guys, as you know, shopping can be a little difficult sometimes.
Well, that's right, and you're dealing with a man,
Yeah.
which is
Which
kind
is
of
pulling teeth sometimes, you know, of
Yeah.
like, imagine them going to Nordstrom's and finding parking, and it's a different sales rep every time, and they don't know what you have, as opposed to
Right.
we're a one-stop shop.
yeah. You just show me, and you just I
Yeah,
just
and I
picked
give
up.
recommendations, because a lot of guys, I'll show all these fabrics. Oh, here's what you need. You need this one, and this one. Okay, that's it.
Keep it simple.
They make
stupid.
decisions all day. Why not make some decisions for them?
Sure.
Yeah, so look at it.
Great. All right. Give us that number one more time, Andy.
512-579-1330.
All right, and you can contact us here at Texas Trust Law. We'll have that number available too.
Yes.
But no, seriously, this is Dress for Success is kind of an interesting concept. It's been around for a long time. I think the problem that we get as men is we're comfortable.
Creatures of habit.
Excellent way to say it. We are creatures of habit, and our spouses, our partners, our whatever love interests, our friends, we just kind of get in this little rut. And looking better makes you feel better. That's my experience too. And looking better makes you, you're just more confident.
You feel better.
You just feel better all the way around. So, Andy, we're going to stop here. This is, I think, the shortest podcast
Thank you.
we've ever
I
done.
had a couple
but,
appointments later today, so I
but it's-
appreciate
but
you
it's-
being
but
prompt.
it's powerful, and I've wanted to do this for a long time. So,
Thank you.
Great. Thanks again for watching. The State of the Union here at Texas Trust Law. We'll be back again soon with another episode. Thanks again.